Welcome again to the Silverhawk Medicine Lodge and Revelation Book 2, the rest of the prophecy, and the Magical Mystery Tour. Today our discourse is Becoming Agents Stewards of the I Am, and what that actually means, what goes into that, how does it come about? Well, you begin in the stillness meditation and reconnecting with the I Am Source, your higher self. And as you cultivate this relationship over time, you become familiar with the energy and the feeling and the kinds of thoughts and perceptions that come flowing into your mind. And you gaze into the world and into the universe, even into the fabric of creation. And as the love from Source comes into you and you come to know it and feel its magnificence, it opens your spiritual eye and you begin to see more expansively into creation and into the unity, the unified field, the source field of all of life, and experience yourself as a part of that production and that theater of life. And your love will grow as the I Am's love grows in you, and you see how precious creation is, life is. You feel it more deeply. And the natural inclination is that you want to be an agent of improvement, of change, of healing, to play a magnificent role in life. And you become interested in what your potential might possibly be as a being. What are your skills and talents and gifts? How could they play a greater role in stewarding and managing the universe, creation around you, and what you might have to offer? Because deep inside is an eagle trying to get out, a great eagle of spirit that wants to soar free and fly high and fly free and see how big a range or territory you may grow into as you leave the nest of your lower consciousness and embrace the rarefied air of freedom and the infinite potential of spirit. The natural inclination is to find out how high and how wide you can fly and how grand can you become. So as this grows, you begin asking questions. You come to your meditation in the morning with that question and exploration. And you might even offer the blank check to Source, where you say to Source with all your heart, how much difference can one person make to change the way things are for the better? And give that to the I Am Source as an open-ended invitation to develop you in any way that will work, that will be feasible. So to offer an example, I can share how my mission came about and what the process could be like for anyone else. It did not come all at once. I have a very expansive, multifaceted mission, and various elements of the medicine I bring came to me incrementally as I went along and grew and expanded into it. The bigger, more elaborate your mission and flight plan may be, the more patience and time will be necessary to expand upon it, understand it, gain your insights and understanding. It will vary from person to person depending on what you end up flying into with your new eagle wings of spirit. So I had things develop and come to me and insights, and at the time I didn't really even know where they fit or what they were for. It wasn't until things unfolded more down the road that they fell into place and I could see and comprehend what Spirit was up to. And patience is going to be an essential when walking this path, because things do not come all at once. There's no push button perfection. Coming into your own perfection is a process. It's a mystery school of initiations, one after the other, that goes on, all the way to your master's degree where you've mastered everything here. So do not expect a push button perfect life. That's unrealistic. It doesn't happen that way. We grow and evolve and develop. Even the mighty Yeshua, Jesus, spent 15 years in his mystery school and traveled far and wide and went through untold numbers of initiations before he was ready to teach his gospel to the world and do sermons on the mount and everything he did. It wasn't instant. He was born to this, and that was his flight plan, and he stepped into it and accomplished it. And we all have a flight plan here. We all have a potential. And we all have sovereign free will to seek to see what it is and to step into it, or to ignore it and go another way. However, if we ignore our deep flight plan that we came in with, we risk walking through life unfulfilled and feeling like we let ourselves down and deferred a magnificence that could have been ours. No matter, next semester you will engineer another one and go for it again until you get it right. So my perception is, whatever you have to go through to make the next step in your evolution, your expansion and recovery, I say whatever you can do today, because it will surely come tomorrow. It is not ever going to be put off forever. And sooner or later, everything must be confronted and dealt with. So the sooner the better, get it over with and see how fast you can process it with Spirit's help and move beyond it, whatever issues that may be up. And there could be many issues that come up between you and the fulfillment of your mission and flight plan. And your mission and flight plan doesn't necessarily have to be a major world-changing mission. It could be, or it may be more modest, or it could be entirely personal. And your relationships with other people and your town, your society, wherever. So there's no one size fits all. Everyone has a unique and custom-made flight plan and plan if you decide to step into your ultimate potential and your ultimate purpose for being here. And we engineered these purposes and these flight plans before we entered the semester. We engineered them on the soul plane with masterful help and guidance. And that masterful help and guidance follows us all along the way. But you never know what you may be capable of until you have the courage to go for it, to embrace it, to seek it, to seek insight from source, revelation, to seek knowledge and wisdom, to seek power and love, to knock, seek, ask, and be still until it comes. And patience is more than a virtue here. It is a necessity, because things often don't come right away. Like the prophecy I asked for, the guided tour of the new world and new earth and mankind. It took 12 years of patience and asking, knocking on the door, for that to finally download and come through my mind. Some things may come instantly. Some piece of knowledge or wisdom you need. Others may take a few days or weeks or months or years. It's difficult to say. It just depends on what it is. But the idea is to enjoy your relationship with Source and know you're on the right path for yourself, that you're on your appointed destiny, that you're headed for it, and enjoy the unfolding and the coming of all the wonders that will enter your mind, and becoming your greater self in unity and sharing your love along the way. And here's the thing. When we finish our semester and go back to soul plane, they're going to do a review. You will review your life. And however much money you made or property you attained will have no meaning whatsoever. What will be seen is how much love you shared, how much unconditional love. This is going to be your spiritual bank account. This is your Akashic treasury. And once it is yours, it can never be taken away. So in serving the I Am and becoming a true agent steward is the great work. It is the greatest work in creation. And they can take you all the way to the starships, to exotic missions on other worlds, and certainly into exotic missions on this world. This is the ultimate adventure. This is the ultimate service. This is the ultimate fulfillment that a being can have, to be true to their own heart and soul and their own being, and walking the path that is true for them and was meant for them. And everyone has their own. All that is needed is your participation and your seeking as to what it may be. There are no limits. It's impossible to know how far you may go, how wide you may expand, how high you may fly. It's open-ended. It's an open range with no fences. It is all operated under universal law and universal prime directives, and this is what we all adhere to and understand as agents of the I Am. So until tomorrow, I wish you the finest meditation on these things and glorious revelations. So I say to you, Amun Ra, Namaste, Carpe Diem, seize the day. Vaya con Dios, go with God. Aho.